Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here this evening uh, with the Audelco Awards. It is my great joy and honor to present to Oz Scott the Audelco Pioneer Award. Many people don't know the collaboration and the collaborative effort that existed between Oz and me when we were building the role of the Lady in Red in For Color Girls. But I have always said that at least half of my Tony belongs to Oz Scott. I am so grateful and happy to give this award to Oz. Oz is an actor's director. What does that mean? That means that he respects actors and he's smart enough, brilliant enough, and wise enough to know how to give a creative person their space. Oz has many, many credits in film and television, along with theater. Let's face it, it took a very, very, very special kind of man to work with 7 women to build the show For Colored Girls, which ushered in an entire generation of new beginnings for African American women, not only in the arts, but in every aspect of our being. Oz is not only a brilliant director, he's a wonderful human being. My mom passed away this year, and I said to Oz, I feel kind of alone now. And before I could get the sentence out, he says, no, you're not alone. And he told me about the chat sessions that he was having every Thursday evening with whoever wanted to join him in Zoom. And we thank you, Oz, for having the sensitivity to know that we needed a guy like you to invite us in to your home and into your life. You are more than deserving of this honor, and it is my great pleasure to give it to you. God bless you. May you have a long, long, long creative life moving forward. I love you, Oz.
Thank you, Trezana Beverley. Boy, do I have stories that I could tell about Trezana and the creation of Lady in Red. I always tell this story, Trezana, because it was very important. One day we were rehearsing, and Trezana did Lady in Red, or did one of the poems, and I said, why don't you do this? And she came back. She not only did what I asked, but she took it to another level. And then I said, oh, we're going to play that. So I had to come back on top of that. And we just kept going back and forth until after about 4 or 5 times, she just stopped. And she said, I'll come back tomorrow. And she just got up and walked out of rehearsal, came back the next day and just blew it away. So Trezana, you are so special. Thank you so much. I want to thank the Audelco Awards and everyone who participated in getting me to this honor. Thank you, Jackie. I'm sorry that I missed it last year, but thank you for thinking about me this year. It's such an honor to be part of such a great group of honorees. I mean, to be on the same bill with Robert Hooks, Sonia Sanchez, Trezana Beverley, to see Michelle Shea win Best Director is just, it fills me. I would like to thank especially somebody who we lost, Ntozake Shange, and her sister Ifa Baeza, who introduced us, for their trust in me that helped kick off my directing career. I want to thank all the actors, actresses, writers, and production people who put up with me pushing for their best. All of you, you know who you are. You pushed me also to do my best, and you all have made it possible for me to be here tonight to get this honor. I want to thank all of you. I've always returned to the theater in the midst of building a TV and film career. Theater was the underpinning of my process. Throughout the 90s, I would tell my agent to not book me during the month of July so I could attend the O'Neill Playwrights Conference, at which I was getting paid peanuts to what I would have gotten paid in TV. July, of course, is the beginning of TV season. My agents couldn't understand why I would leave that money on the table to go back and work for so little. But it was my rejuvenation, my time to work with writers, to rehearse with actors. TV can be so quick, bing, bang, and it's done. The creative process is there, but can be so limiting. Doing plays kept me in tune, my mind sharp, and when I came back to Hollywood, I had that much more to give. My warning to those of you who look at Hollywood as the ultimate place to be, it all ain't what it's cracked up to be. Please remember that it's about you as a creative, you as a voice. It's not about celebrity. It might get you the work, but it will not do the work for you. Being a pioneer, I guess being an old person, I could talk about where we have come from, how we started for Colored Girls in a basement in a loft. We took dance and theater and spoken word and created a choreo poem. But what I'd really like to talk about is where can we go? What are you going to give to the theater? Theater has to morph with the isolation that we've been under. But what it is morphing into, what it will be left over from this time when we are fully back. As a pioneer, I want to reach out and challenge the young folk and myself and say, what new possibilities to the theater do we have to give? How does film and TV blend with the theater experience? Where are we going? Where have we been going? Is the question we need to ask ourselves. We can't be content to say everything is going back to normal. What is going to be the new normal is going to be. If anything, this pandemic has quickened what was inevitable. The cross-pollination of theater, film, and TV, and podcast, and where in 10 years, 20 years will be the new pioneers coming from. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Oz.
Congratulations, Oz.
Thank you, LaShawn. You were one of them.
Continued success, my brother.